Hey, what's up YouTube? Scotty Tradition, back with another video. Finally, we have arrived at part 12 of the December birthday shoutouts. If you haven't seen any of January through November, feel free to go back through my videos. And I do one every month. We're kind of highlighting each of the players in the Packers Team Hall of Fame and when their birthday is. It's kind of a unique way to show off cards and kind of connect with the player's birthday as well. I just kind of find it interesting. So, and let me tell you, December is quite a month for Packer birthdays. There are several big time players in the franchise that were born in December, and it's a big birthday month for the whole state of Wisconsin as far as sports goes. As you'll see in the video, I threw in a few extra bonus cards as well this time. So without further ado, let's get into it. So back on December 2nd, this guy, Aaron Rodgers, celebrated his birthday. December 2nd. He is exactly, I think I am like 1 month and 4 days older than Aaron Rodgers. But we're pretty close to the same age. Here's the 05 Topps Chrome rookie. Centering plagued this set. So this is a pretty decently centered example. Grade of a 10. Topps Chrome, just one of my all-time favorite products. See the 12/2/83, born in Chico, California. And man, what can you say about Aaron Rodgers? You know, he's the all-time leader in passing efficiency, in interception to touchdown interception ratio. Just he's so far ahead in that stat that nobody will ever catch him. I was surprised that he actually threw an interception yesterday, but I mean, the guy is a human. Kind of having a bit of a down year this year. I think he's just aging. You know, he's going to be 37 years old next year, and Packers wide receiving core, other than Devontae Adams, it's not really the best. So, and Aaron Jones, the running back, has really taken off this year. So, with the new coach Matt LaFleur, he really likes to utilize the run and the running game. And so what you're seeing, even like the Packers wide receivers right now, they may not be catching the ball, but they are really good blockers. They're all big guys who can block, and that running game is great. I think they had over 150 yards rushing against Minnesota last night. So Aaron Rodgers, this is definitely a key card to have for any Packers fan. Aaron Rodgers is already in the all-time Packers set, as you would expect. He will certainly be a first ballot Hall of Famer as well. So, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a pretty big player in Packers history. So that's the first big December birthday. Number 2 on the list, you got to go to December 15th. And this gentleman right here, Ken Bowman, from a beautiful 1970 top set. I think that there is only one graded higher than this one. Love this song too, by the way. Let's get this out of here. I've been trying to work my way and getting some of these in the perfect fit sleeves as I go through them. Beautiful card there, Ken Bowman. School, he did go to Wisconsin as well. Ken attends law school in the off season. That's pretty cool. So we'll set Ken Bowman over here. He's December 15th. Then we're going to go to December 18th. Got this gentleman here, Johnny Gray. This card is graded a PSA 10. I want to say this is Pop 6 or Pop 8, one of the two. Played safety for the Packers. Was also on local news broadcasts as well as like a sports contributor. We'll set him off to the side there. So that was December 18th for Johnny Gray. And December 19th, this guy is a big player in Packers history. This is Reggie White, the 84 Topps USFL rookie card. And this is when he was with the Memphis Showboats in the USFL. I just absolutely love this card, portrait style card with the red, white, and blue. This card just works. Centering and chipping on the backs really plague this issue. So This one's graded a mint 9. There are only, I want to say, 6 PSA 10s ever graded. Typically when those sell, they sell in the 7,500 to 10,000 range. And this one's graded a 9. You can probably get a 9 for about $250, something like that. You can see that magenta colored background and the little bit of chipping you get kind of on the edges here. Just a touch on the corner there. But, I mean, these are impossible to find with backs that are completely clean. This one has really nice centering and I think presents really well for a 9. So this card here is the card used for his NFL Hall of Fame set. And then right here, the 93 SP is the card that's used for the Packers Team Hall of Fame set. This is his first card in a Packers uniform in 1993. Super cool card there. Take a look at the back. See the December 19th birthday. Put the Reggies over here. So we can take some of that glare away. We'll put Rodgers in front of him. All right, then moving on to the next birthday. We're going to go to December 23rd. There's 2 Hall of Famers on this day that were born. So that was just yesterday. Here's the first one, Willie Wood. Just take a look at that card. Just beautiful. I remember picking up this card from, I think it was Heritage Auctions, about 5 years ago. This was the first big card for when I started trying to collect all the Hall of Famers in high grade that I picked up. Beautiful card. Of course, chipping on those in the green was pretty big deal. Let's see, just a little bit of corner wear on the bottom right. Centering's pretty good. The color on this photo is just amazing. Take a look at the back as well. Willie Wood, of course, like I mentioned, he is an NFL Hall of Famer, as well as the Packers Team Hall of Famer. Huge fan of this 63 top set, just due to the color patterns. Like if you're a Packers collector, you got the yellow and the green with the yellow and the green of the Packers. And that's just awesome. Just a cool mix. Love that card. Awesome card in the collection. Then the next guy, Hall of Famer, that has a birthday on December 23rd is this guy here. Freaking Paul Hornung, the Golden Boy. Graded an 8. I think there is about 10 to 12 8.5s and 9s graded out there, but this is about as good as you're gonna do unless you have, like, you know, $15,000 to spend. Super nice card. Really decent centering. Take a look at the back. Super cool. 57 tops. I'm a huge fan of that set. I am working on this set all in PSA 8. So I've had 3 left to get for a long time. I do have the star and the Hornung already in PSA 8, but there's a couple random weird cards that are just hard to find for that set. So hopefully that's something I can complete next year. I'll probably talk about that when I do my goals video. All right, let's go on to December 29th now. So later this month. And there's another Hall of Famer on December 29th. Ray Nitschke, graded an 8.5. I believe there is like 8 PSA 9s higher, no 10s. Again, those green bottoms are what usually get you on this card, and the centering. This one, not too bad. Just a little bit of white there, but I mean, these are almost impossible. There's the back. Ray Nitschke, I guess from all accounts, he was just a mean mofo on the field, but a teddy bear off the field. Awesome. This is just such a big month for Packers cards. I mean, you got Rodgers, Willie Wood, Paul Hornung, Reggie White, Ray Nitschke, and we're not even done yet. And another guy from December 29th It's this guy. This is a really tough 62 top set. This is Fred Thurston, also known as Fuzzy Thurston. He actually had a bar in Green Bay here for many years and was essentially one of the townsfolk. I've got friends that speak when they were younger. They would go into the bar and Fuzzy would let them hold his Super Bowl rings. Just super cool. And I think, if I recall right, I think Fuzzy Thurston is one of only like 2 NFL players that has like 6 NFL championships. Because he did have one. I think he spent a year with the Cowboys, I want to say. But these 62 cards are tough, man, with the black borders. It's almost impossible to not have some white showing. You can see a little white there. But generally, this is about as good a shape as you're going to find. I think this is graded an 8. I think there's 2 8.5s and 2 9s. And man, that's been that way for like a decade. Has not changed. I'll take him out of this thing and we'll put it in a perfect fit sleeve. There's the back. And he actually grew up in Altoona, Wisconsin, which is in the western part of the state, by Eau Claire. So Wisconsin native, and really a fan favorite. Super cool card. All right, and what do we got left here? Looks like just one football card left. That'd be this guy, Ron Wolf. This is from his 1996 Collector's Choice Shopko set, which is a kind of an obscure set. But this is the Legends of the Green and Gold card, and Ron Wolf was the GM, basically credited for bringing the Packers back to prominence. You know, one of the first things he did was to trade a first-round draft pick to the Falcons for Brett Favre at the time. And then, I guess the next year, or was it 2 years later, I think it was the next year that he actually brought Reggie White in 1993 from the Eagles and signed a big free agent contract, which not a lot of people thought that Green Bay could pull off, being, the small market that it is. So pretty cool card. Recognized as the chief architect of the Packers' recent resurgence. So another huge figure in Packers history. And just for fun, we've got 2 other cards here, because there's 2 other huge players that have birthdays in Wisconsin sports in this month. One of them is this guy, the Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is his Prism autograph. You can see he signed his full name in Greek there. And man, this card is just ridiculous. I'm not even sure what it's at now, but I'm so glad I purchased it when I did, because Giannis I'm just so impressed with this guy. Like, the guy came from absolutely nothing, grew up in Greece selling, trinkets on the corners to try to make money for his family so that he could eat. He's got 4 brothers. I was just listening to a story because him and his older brother Thanasis both play on the Bucks currently, and Thanasis is kind of more of a bench player. But him and Giannis would actually have to share a pair of shoes to play basketball growing up. So now no one could be in the game at the same time. Once one came out of the game, the other one had to give him his shoes. And, of course, if you've read about anything lately about Giannis, his shoe, the Zoom Freak 1, is the number 1 best-selling shoe all time, as far as, like, I believe it, like, in such a short period of time, as for a new shoe, it has done the best of any shoe. So Giannis is just not only is he an outstanding player, he's got like that drive that like just keeps you going and you can't teach. He did not grow up spoiled, kind of entitled. And let's face it, in the United States, if you're an athlete, professional athlete, and you're really good, you have a freaking silver spoon in your mouth and you get everything handed to you from an early age. And I feel like a lot of these guys, they learn to be that way. Well, Giannis is not that guy. He's a rare breath of fresh air. And that he wants to work for everything that he gets. And he's never been given anything in his life. And I'm just so proud that he's on the Bucks. The Bucks are so fortunate to get him. They drafted him number 15 overall that year, I believe. And I just want to double check his birthday. I believe it is... There it is right there. 12/16 of 94. But the Greek Freak is just something special. And super fortunate to have him. And like I said, not only is he highly skilled, he just is a hard worker. And, and I think that he doesn't mind being in Milwaukee, of all things, you know what I mean? Usually the knock on Milwaukee is that it's a smaller town. You got to go to LA. I don't think Giannis cares. Like, to him, he's already made it. Like, he doesn't care to, like, make even more and more. He's good with what he has. And the Bucks will still be able to offer him a big contract based on how the NBA does their contracts. The Bucks will be able to offer him a supermax contract. And so that is one way that I think Major League Baseball is just behind the times as far as contracts go. I mean, small market teams just cannot keep the players, but due to the international revenue basketball brings in, like they're able to share that more, and small teams can keep their guys. And here's the other guy, also in December, Christian Yelich, MVP last year, probably should have been MVP this year. Numbers just ridiculous. This is his refractor rookie auto, and Yelich's birthday is December 5th. You can see this is the quad 9.5s on the refractor, so just a sweet card. I mean, and yet another amazing December birthday. So look at that for a Scotty tradition trinity right there. You've got Giannis, the MVP last year, will probably win MVP this year. You've got Rogers, who's won MVP in the past, and you've got Christian Yelich, who was MVP last year and should have won MVP this year. So just an amazing month of birthdays in general, especially for whatever reason for the state of Wisconsin. So hope you guys enjoyed this series. I know I enjoyed making them. It's one of my favorite series, although it's not my most watched series, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I kind of just find it fun to do and cathartic to do, so I do it. But we're finally done, so you don't hit to see any more birthday videos from me. I do have a few more videos I'd like to make before the year ends. I'd like to do a year in review. Might split that up into a couple videos. I've got a mail day video coming in. I've got to start thinking about the 500 sub contest I have coming up. So a lot of things yet. Hopefully you guys have a great Christmas Eve, great Christmas Day tomorrow. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays to whoever you are out there, whatever your beliefs are. And thanks for watching. You guys have a great holiday season.